está Esperanza Pense? Donde la Esperanza? Ooh, Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. All right, jumping right away. And that's okay, because I shuffled these for a long time before I even pushed play. Look at me rhyming in time. Okay, Knight of Swords and Page of Cups reverse. So we might get some fast-moving communications coming in, some swift-moving things might be moving along at a really quick pace, and it might leave our emotions a little bit upended. We might not be sure how to emotionally express ourselves because the information is coming in so fast. Like there could just be such a shift and change in the wind. This is air energy, Knight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I'm wondering if this is going to be some sort of innovation from that Uranus and Gemini energy, they're forming a trine, the Uranus, the Pluto, and the Mercury, and that all has to do with depth of communication and transformation through communication. So, but they're working in harmony in a trine between Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So, yeah, I really think that the focus on communication is going to be through that trine energy. And if we do feel emotionally upended, or if somebody spills their emotions inappropriately, or if we feel a little bit emotionally immature, or we're dealing with an emotionally immature person, or a younger person who has a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placement, or somebody with a lot of water in their chart, they might need a little extra support right now because this information coming in so fast, like they might not be able to assimilate. They might be sitting in their feels still. Honestly, they might still be sitting in their feels from that Pisces full moon that we had, because that energy reverberates out for like a good 2 weeks, and people still might be closing out those cycles and feeling a little some kind of way. Okay, so that's what's going to flavor our reading for today, as far as just like salt and pepper. And now that we got our jumpers right away, well, let's just get to it, shall we? Let's pray over these cards and do our quick hit tarot. Here we go now. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. We have a good time with it, don't we? We try to have some fun with it while we sort of hone our discernment and get our compasses straight, right? Near past, present tense, near future. I do quick hits tarot every day, Monday through Friday, and then I do a moon tarot. I am just about to upload the new moon solar eclipse video, so it's probably going to be up by the time that you see this. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate interacting with you. It's so much fun. And if I ever am blessed and honored to sit with you and chit chat, look at your astrology, pull a few cards, and see if we can fine tune our free will and intuition together, I'm so honored to be able to work in that capacity with each other. And there's links below if any of that interests you. All right. Queen of Wands in the near past. This is great Wands energy here coming in. Air feels fire. Okay, so think about it. When you have a flu or you blow on a fire, the air gets the fire going, right? Queen of Wands here. This is pretty much just me. I was literally just sitting out in the yard, like basking in the sun, and then the black cat came out from under the porch and kept, like, pretty much every time I go to sit out in the sun. Hey, I guess this is the message for this card. This is the metaphor. This is okay, I get it. Okay. So this is the message for this card. If you sit and relax and bask in the sun and appreciate what's growing, then you can cause more to grow around you. You're ready. You can beat some ass with that baton if you need to. You got the lion in you, right? You're ready to roar if necessary, but you're cool. Even though everything around you is hot and dry, you're nice and cool. You got your, You got your skirts flowing, you're sitting in the sun, and you're cool as a cucumber. And guess what? You attract what you need towards you. You don't have to exert the force. You don't have to wield your wand. Your wand, the fire that you have, is under control. This is controlled fire, controlled creativity, controlled sexuality, controlled luminescence, controlled sensuality, controlled attractiveness. This is a queen who knows when and where to act, and she knows when and where to attract. She is a little bit more forward than the other queens in terms of not being afraid to put off a scent to attract, her prey, so to speak. Because, the cat symbolism here, these cats, they're hunters. She can be a hunter too. She can go out and get what she needs to survive, but she doesn't really have to, because who wouldn't want to be attracted to her? She's got sunflowers with her in this barren, desert. Here she is, just chilling and just holding it down. The story about the black cat, me sitting outside in the sun, is that, like, the cat will kind of escape. Like, she'll slip out the door and then she'll be gone for, like, a long time. And when my roommate wants the cat to come back, he yells, and the cat is not into that at all. But when I go outside and I just bask in the sun and chill and vibe, like, seriously, all I have to say is, like, hey cat, kitten, and the cat comes out from underneath the porch, so where she's sleeping or whatever she does all day. But this card is a card that I think, just because I'm taking it personally, because that's what I literally just did like 5 minutes ago. I was sitting out in the sun, and just by me chilling there, I just got my flowers. I just gathered my bouquet, and I was just chilling and vibing, and I attracted, the cat. For better or worse. Because I'm allergic. Okay, so 5 of Wands is going to be a card of, it's playful, it's fun, it's athletic, it's active. But do you know what it isn't? Constructive. 5 of Wands, as I really told a good friend of ours in a reading recently, I'm like, yeah, this is my card of 5 hippies trying to put up a tent at a festival and everybody's had too many drugs. They're having a really good time, but they're really not making any stable structure right now. This is a point of tension. This is a point of okay, well, who needs to do something first? Who needs to put their stake in the ground first? Or I'm tangled in yours, you're tangled in mine. Actually, this is kind of fun, or whatever. They could be preparing for battle. They could be, doing when you're in martial arts and you spar. This could be a sparring match, but either way, it's a lot of action, but not a lot of not a lot of construction. Okay, so this is an ask to take our creativity and take our cooperation and actually kind of get on the same page with the people around us. All right. Oh, this is another card of too many cooks in the kitchen. Sometimes we need to get a leader or two and then determine how we're going to delegate things. 5 is a number of the Hierophant. And with the Hierophant, which is the higher reverberation of this energy, then we finally have, a structure that they're sitting in. They have the 2 pillars of knowledge on either side. The Pope or the Pontiff or the Cardinal or whoever that is sits in the middle. And then there's 2 monks underneath, and it's kind of bringing structure, hierarchical structures, so that people can get in where they fit in. Here, everybody's at the same level and nobody's really getting anything accomplished because there's too many cooks in the kitchen. If everybody's a leader, it's interesting too, because at the farm the other day, I noticed this in a masculine feminine dynamic, because there's a guy that works at the farm. I never really worked with him, you know, I don't really know him or anything, but he's a friendly, good guy, whatever. Like, I don't really know him, but I don't work there full time anymore, but he does. He's like the full-time guy now. So I saw him the other day when I was out there, and boy, oh boy, he was driving a truck with a flat fucking tire, y'all. Man, I'm talking about, this tire was flat as fuck. And I was like, dude, I was like, bro, you should freaking put some air in that, dude. I'm like, you're living on the edge, man, on the edge of your rim, dude. And he was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll do it on Monday, blah blah blah. Well, then, you know, he goes rumbling along, and then the farmer sees him, and she, you know, who is the boss, was like, dude, put some air in that tire, you're making me nervous. I'm like, yeah, like, nobody wants to change a flat in the middle of a soggy, wet field, you know? Like, if you go out in the middle of the field, I told them, don't call me. I said, it's gonna be real fun changing a fucking flat out there in the vegetables, dude. You know what I'm talking about? You know, he's a good guy, don't get me wrong. But then after he went, he put the air in the tire. We all kind of watched him like the clucking hens that we are, you know. And I said, what the fuck, man? Like, seriously, between us women that work out there, like, if I ask the boss something, if I'm like, hey girl, can you hand me this? Or hey girl, can we do that? Or she tells me, she'll be like, hey, can you grab that garbage? Or throw this over here, or take this to the truck. Or it's just, okay, that's it. There's no back and forth. There's no nothing. It's just, you know, sometimes you're a leader and sometimes you take directions, right? But if everybody is only able to hang on to what they believe in and give what they have to give, and there's no cohesion, and there's no anybody like backing off and being like, all right, like, I'll stake my wand into the ground, then you can build yours on top of mine, or you know what I mean? If nobody can fall in line with anybody else, sometimes like we don't get the stuff done. Okay, that's a long story long. Page of Pentacles reversed again. Oh my goodness. And you guys do not understand. I have literally shuffled, reshuffled, cut, recut, saged, Palo Santo, sweetgrassed, this ass, everything. And these cards, when they want to talk, they want to talk. So we got the Page of Pentacles reversed again. We pulled this card, actually, spoiler alert, we pulled this card in our new moon solar eclipse video for Sunday, the 21st, which, like I said, is probably going to be posted by the time you see this. But this is us, like, Virgo energy is earth energy. And we know that we're up for some new starts that are rolling out within the next 6 months, right? We're all aware of this. Everything is moving very fast under our feet, maybe leaving us a little upended in our feels, huh? But with this Page of Pentacles reverse, we're really carefully considering where we're going to invest, okay? And when I say invest, that means ourselves. That means where we're going to plant our seeds. Do we have good dirt? Did we be sure to, you know, decontaminate the planters that we're planting in, metaphorically, physically, and otherwise? Have we cleansed our vessel? Okay, so that when we do plant the seeds, do we have clean water to water them with? All right.